Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Where are we? Well, we're on the extremities of Paphos town centre. This is the old airport road coming from Yerushikipu. We're going to drop down to the former Debenhams roundabout. We're going to take a left and head towards the universal area of Paphos and slowly but surely work our way down towards the Tomb of the Kings Avenue Mall and of course the Tomb of the Kings area. Then we're going to head out towards Clorica, Kosoniga and to Peyia. So if you want to learn the route from Paphos to Peyia, this could be that little video that's been waiting especially for you. Now, if you like what you see, hit the like, smash that subscribe. Please don't forget to keep on coming back for that little bit more of my complete and utter madness as I take you on my travels, on my adventures in and around Paphos. And of course, if there is somewhere that you'd like me to go, drop it in the comments and you never know. That little video may be coming very, very soon, especially for you. Greek army in front of us, transporting a table and chairs by the looks of it. So they're moonlighting and doing some removals on their little vacation in Cyprus, the island of love, of course. So here we go. If your name is Lady Mandy and of course Sir Steve, the greatest car bodywork man in the world, I think you might recognise where we are. Hopefully Mandy is recovering and hopefully you are taking very, very good care of her and hopefully you will return to the island of love this side of Christmas. If not, we'll look forward to seeing you next year in 2025. And of course there's a big event coming in 2025. Not only will the summer season be rebooting, but of course on the 15th of March 2025 the Marika and Me Lounge Bar will be opening up and we will be welcoming you. And of course it's situated on Bar Street, which of course is the most famous street in the world, certainly in downtown Paphos. So if you're looking for us from next March the 15th, we're very, very easy to find. And of course if you happen to be in Paphos before then, most days from around about 1 o'clock you will find myself and Marika doing a bit of titivation, shall we say, to the lounge bar as we prepare it and get it ready for that grand opening on the 15th of March 2025. So here we are, the tree-lined avenue which takes us down towards downtown Paphos. Lady Maggie, she's very familiar with this street. Lady Ness, and of course the girl in charge of the show, our Dame Anne. They all love this tree-lined avenue. And I'm pretty sure if your name's Lady Andrea, you may have noticed that the sky is blue. I promise you, on our route out towards Peyia, you are going to catch a glimpse of the blue Mediterranean Sea. And it's an amazing day. Third week of November. We've got no snow. No. No snow is coming to Paphos. Maybe up in the Trudus Mountains if you are, what should we say, listening in on people. And perhaps if your mum and dad know exactly who I'm talking about, of course Baron John and of course Baroness Louise, who are in Paphos as we speak. And we're looking forward to going and doing a bit of karaoke and perhaps popping out for a meal or two. Paphos is straight over the roundabout, by the way, just down there, not far, but we are going round the roundabout along the inner ring road heading in the direction of Tomb of the Kings and the Kings Avenue Mall. And we're going to proceed out of Paphos towards Clorica, towards Kosoniga, and finally out towards Peyia. And if you're curious to know how far it is, it's around about 17 kilometers, so 10 to 12 miles or so, and it's going to take us, what, 15-ish minutes depending on the traffic, which allows us to become little friends on the channel known as Marika and Me. And if there's information that you want about Paphos, drop it in the comments and we'll do our very, very best to answer your questions, whether it be hire cars or which is the best restaurant or where's McDonald's, those kind of things. And like I said, the temperature today has just gone up. It's 22 degrees, it's 10:30 in the morning. and they are predicting a high today of 23, 24 degrees. So if you are coming to Paphos towards the end of November, even crescendoing into December, one thing's for sure, you're not going to need those woolly gloves or that woolly hat. Perhaps bring a light jacket, because now and again we do get the odd shower or two. Sit back and relax. I'll just light up the big boy. Well, it's not a big boy, it's a little boy cigar, because of course funds are very, very limited at the moment, because we are spending every single penny that we've got on the Marika and Me lounge bar. And of course, if you would like to get involved, perhaps get your name on the Wall of Fame on the Hollywood staircase, or perhaps get your name on a stair. Yes, that's one of the new options. You can hunt us down on PayPal. All you have to do is look up Paul G. Cyprus. So that's P-A-U-L, as in Paul, G, which is G-E-E, and then of course the word Cyprus, and up will pop a little picture of myself, Mr. Paul, and of course Marika, as we say a big, big thank you as you gift us £50 if you want to get your name on the Wall of Fame on the Hollywood staircase, and perhaps if you want to get your name on the staircase itself, £200. Very, very reasonable indeed. I'd like to say a big, big thank you to Sir Adrian, a big, big thank you to Sir Robert of the Shore. He's going to be appearing on a stair very, very soon indeed. And of course, if your name is Sir Chris, who's headed back to Yorkshire only yesterday, hopefully he's going to come back for the opening, so he says. I think he wants to have his bottle of rather luxurious whiskey opened, and he's going to get the first tot for free. So big, big shout out and a big, big thank you to you guys. You're making it become a reality. And of course, if your name is Lord Ritchie, Lady Zuska in downtown, rather beautiful but rather cold Bratislava, we do thank you very, very much for your contribution and your purchase of 2 bricks on the Wall of Fame on the Hollywood staircase in the Marika and Me lounge bar. So if you want to get involved, you can either do it via PayPal, €50 or £50 per brick, or of course you can actually do it via Buy Me a Coffee as well. You can also gift us a coffee on there, €5 a coffee, and say a big, big thank you to us, or even join us as a superstar member. Our latest member is Sir Richard, and of course his blonde beauty, Lady Julia the Nash. Thank you very, very much indeed. And I got a sneaky feeling that you guys may be getting on a big bird very, very soon indeed. Who else is in town at the moment? I'll tell you, our girl Lady Heather, and of course her Lord of the Steve. And we're looking forward to seeing you guys very, very soon indeed. But look at the weather. That's what it's all about, isn't it? When you come to Cyprus for a holiday, this is what you want, and this is what you get at any time of the year. The odd storm, but they don't last very long. The odd little bit of rain, but it doesn't last very long. There's the big St. Antonius Church on the left-hand side. In the distance, up in the clouds, is the Paphos Skywalk. That's like a walking raised platform that you can walk along, get some great views, some fresh air, and you can even wander amongst the catacombs and ponder, should I go back down towards the Cape of Paphos Harbour, that's to the left, or should I go into that grey shiny building on the right hand side, which of course is the King's Avenue Mall, the Paphos Mall as we call it. Fully air conditioned, or of course heated at this time of year perhaps, and of course that's where you can go and spend a couple of bob or two, or perhaps just sit in one of the cafeterias and sup on a coffee or two. Tomb of the King's Avenue, here we go. Restaurants galore, hotels galore, apartment complexes, and lots of businesses that will take care of every one of your needs while you're on your little holiday in downtown Paphos. One or two of the hotels along here, we've got the Princess Vera coming up, so if you like a little bit of Willie Eckers-like, and you've got a Lady Denise in your life, well, there you go. Sir Trev, it's coming up on the left-hand side, and of course that's where you will be staying when you jet back to the island of love. I'd like to say a big shout out to Denise's mum, Lady Anne, and of course Sir Alan, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you guys when you come back to Paphos, and hopefully you will join us at the Marika and Me Lounge Bar to sup on something once or twice. King's Hotel, that's over on the right hand side, and that's like a little destination for one of our superstars who lives all the way out in Denmark. The scenery in the pictures that he sends me is amazing, although it's a little bit cool, we understand that. So on that note, a big shout out to the man known as Viking Ronnie. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day, and we wish you a very Kalimera indeed. If you take a left there, you can work your way down to the Lighthouse Beach, the Cephalius Beach area, and of course the Cephalius Beach Resort. And there's two guys in downtown Chester area that love that place. They come back at least twice a year, sometimes 3 times a year. Big shout out to Duke Ian and of course Duchess Tracy. We'll be looking forward to seeing you when you come back to Cyprus next year. So, Tomb of the Kings Avenue. There's too many restaurants to mention, by the way, but I'm pretty sure there's 1 or 2 on here that a lot of you who watch are familiar with. So drop in the comments which is your favourite restaurant on the Tomb of the Kings Avenue. On the corner here we've got the Kings Road pub, and if you turn at these traffic lights to the left, literally on your left hand side is the Kissos Hotel. If you keep going down, on the right hand side is the Elysium, very posh 5-star hotel, and of course if you keep going round you come to the Cephalius Beach Holiday Tourist Resort. Plenty of places at all sorts of price points, all sorts of budgets in and around Paphos, by the way. You don't need to be a millionaire to come and have a holiday in Paphos. There are ways to circumnavigate those big bills. Perhaps you can go onto Airbnb. Perhaps you know somebody who's got an apartment, and then you can come here on a budget and spend all of your money popping into the Tomb of the Kings archaeological site. €2.50. That's all it's going to cost you. And you can spend all day in there wandering around looking at colosseums and mosaics, and even sit down and look out into the blue Mediterranean Sea. Now, let me light up this big boy while you enjoy the views. And a word of warning on the roads when you're driving around, please show respect to the people around you, and please don't speed, because if you do, more often than not, there's someone dressed in blue. Could be a girl, could be a boy, and they got a speed gun, and they're looking just for you, and they really are. So drive at the designated speed limits, which on the internal roads in the urban areas is around about 50 kilometers an hour. They're quite lenient, so they allow you to go up to about 58, 59 kilometers before they start to get angry and pull you over. So drive with respect for yourself and all of the people around. And of course you'll get there in just the same amount of time, because as we may have noticed, cars are overtaking me and then we're catching them up because there's little things called traffic lights, and that's the job of the girl in charge of them, and that's Lady Andrea, and very kindly she has switched them to green, especially for Mr. Paul. Thank you, Lady Andrea, thank you very much indeed. And hopefully you're wrapped up warm, because Lady Andrea's told me today in downtown Norfolk there is a little bit of white stuff that's dropped onto the ground. So if you are in the UK, please drive carefully and slowly. Otherwise, well, yeah, you'll be having to call your insurance company, which, yeah, is a hassle, isn't it? So that's Tomb of the Kings. That's finished. We're now coming into Lower Clorica, and we're going to keep on going towards Kosonaga, and this video will end when we get to Paphos. So I'm going to smoke a little bit of this little boy's cigar while you enjoy the views. And if there's somewhere you want to know about, drop in the comments and I'll tell you exactly what that building is. Or see, not so clever, was it? Yes, there we are. Now this area, by the way, has become, well, a hot point for many Chinese people who are coming to live in Cyprus, and they're building villas literally everywhere, but the prices are, well, they scare the living daylights out of me. I don't know about yourselves, but when you start talking about 2 million, 3 million, 4 million euros, it's out of most people's budgets, isn't it? So villas down by the sea are 4 or 5 million, by the way, and that's the King Eliathan Hotel, and that's a luxury 5-star hotel. And I was only in there yesterday collecting a car off one of my customers who's come there for a little break with his wife to celebrate her birthday. And of course that's where Lady Heather and Lord Steve are staying as well, so you never know, we might get to go and sit on that terrace and sup on a pina colada or something like that and chat to our superstars. Yes indeed. Coming up on the right hand side is Mike's Kiosk, and if you take a right after that you come to the Duck Pond Market, and that's open on a Wednesday and a Sunday. Not the greatest market in the world, don't get me wrong, but by Cyprus standards it's somewhere to go, shall we say, particularly on a Sunday, and there's lots of bric-a-brac and second-hand items and all those kind of things. So if you want to rummage, that could be a place for you to go on that Sunday morning just before you go for that Sunday lunch. So downtown Clorica, slowly but surely we're going to work our way towards the St George area, and that's where the St George Hotel is, and that's where you get a great hotel, by the way, great buffet and some great views out into the blue Mediterranean Sea, and one of the favourite hotels of two of our superstars, and they are the man who likes to get on a surfboard now and again, that's Sir Jim, our surfboard kid, and of course his girl, who more often than not lights up like a Christmas tree. She's a beauty, she truly is. And of course that's his PM, and that must mean she's Our Lady Paula Marie. And they'll be coming back to Paphos in April, and we'll be looking forward to seeing them, sitting down and having a chat. And I got a feeling he's going to bring us some unique beer mats with little logos of Marika and me Lounge Bar, and we do thank him very much indeed. That's the Leonardo Laura Beach and Spa Resort on the left hand side, by the way, and that's a lovely hotel, and it's situated right on the cusp of the blue Mediterranean Sea. In the distance now you can see the hillside of Peyia, so another 5 or 6 minutes or so and you won't have to put up with me for that much longer, shall we say. But get involved in the comments and tell us where you want us to go, and tell us what you want us to talk about. Do you want us to talk about immigration? Do you want us to talk about hire cars? Do you want me to talk about the ups and downs of living in Paphos? There's not that many downs, by the way. Most of it's ups. We have a quite relaxed lifestyle. Cost of living compared to the UK and most of Northern Europe is quite a bit cheaper, and it's a little bit cigar as we would say in Greek. And it doesn't mean that little thing that I'm smoking, it means slowly. We take life very calmly and very relaxed, although some of the locals do frantically race around in cars, but they're not actually going anywhere that important. They're probably going to get a pack of cigars or a frappe or something like that. So this is the main coast road from Paphos to Peyia, and as you can see it's a very easy route. All you've got to do is watch out for the boys and girls in blue and watch out for the camera vans. But of course, if you're only doing just under 60 kilometers an hour, you haven't got a care in the world, because nobody is going to bother you, except for perhaps the one that's stuck up your bottom in a car. If that happens, all you have to do is drive that little bit slower just to frustrate them that little bit more. Let's get this little boy lit up, shall we? Very nice indeed. This is the Golden Beach Hotel coming up on the left, by the way. And again, that one sits right on the edge of a little beach, and of course the blue Mediterranean Sea. And there's lots of little nooks and crannies down the side of these hotels, and there's some very good restaurants and little snack bars and beach bars that often get overlooked. And get on Google, search down the side of these hotels and find that perfect spot, because coming up a bit further is probably the most popular beach bar in Cyprus, and it's called the CU Beach Bar. And whenever I think of that beach bar, I always think of some of our superstars who've got a soft spot in their hearts for it. Perhaps if your name is Sir Daniel, and your girl, who's always right, Lady Sherry, they like to frequent that place. Perhaps if your name is Lady Whitney, who always likes a little bit of brightness in her life, she's already found the man of her dreams. That's ours and her Lord of the Jace. They like to pop out there and sit on the terrace, feast their eyes and digest upon the view straight out into the blue Mediterranean Sea as they sup on, of course, a spectacality of a cocktail indeed. This is the Theo Sunset Bay Holiday Resort on the left, and all of these resorts on the left, by the way, literally sit on a beachfront, and of course they've all got that spectacality of a view into the blue Mediterranean Sea. So as we drop down now, this is the Cassoniga Crossroads. We're in Lower Cassoniga. If you were to go to the right, you'd go into the uptown Cassoniga and the older part of town. 24-hour kiosk if you are in this area. Open 7 days a week, obviously, and they sell a peripheral of all sorts of bits and bobs. And this is the CU Beach Bar. Very, very popular. Not at this time of year, it's going down a little bit chilly, obviously, and the tourism is slowly going down, but I'm pretty sure if we come back around lunchtime, it'll be packed to the rafters. And as promised, there it is. There's the blue Mediterranean Sea surrounding the peninsula of Coral Bay. That's what you're looking at on the left-hand side. And what a view. Oh my goodness. A view, quite simply, to take your breath away. Now I'm going to say thanks for watching. I've enjoyed your company. Hopefully you've enjoyed my company. Hopefully you're going to hit the like. Hopefully you're going to subscribe to the channel. You never know, you might go and hunt us down on the Buy Me a Coffee platform by Googling these magic words, Buy Me a Coffee, Marika and me. Up will come our landing page. You can read a little bit more about us, and of course you can choose to, fingers crossed, gift us a virtual coffee or two. Or perhaps you'll even go and hunt us down on PayPal and look up these magic words, Paul G Cyprus, that's P-A-U-L-G-E-E, that's Paul G, and Cyprus. Up will come my smiling face and of course Marika's face, and of course you can purchase a brick for £50 and have your name on the wall of fame on the Hollywood staircase in the Marika and Me lounge bar. Or perhaps for £200 have your name on a stair. And there's many other opportunities coming soon. You tell me, where would you like to have your name? Do you want it on the bar? Do you want it in the lounge bar area? Would you like to sponsor a table? Would you like to sponsor a chair? Drop it into the comments, and of course you can gift us that money via PayPal, Paul G Cyprus. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll look forward to your company again very, very soon indeed. Now, according to the sign on the right-hand side, this is Peyia.